Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining Tanesia's Locks, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri. And today we're talking about moisture. I have Sophia here with me. You guys met her before. She was talking about natural hair. She's going to talk to you a little bit about how she moisturizes her hair. And I'm going to talk to you about, guys already know how I moisturize my hair. I use my magic Miracle Grow stuff. And Raven, I'm giving you a shout out. She said she tried this. She said she's been following the Sisterlocks rules, I think, for some odd number of years, maybe 4, and it just wasn't, just using water. And she used this stuff on her hair, and she's been having amazing results. I think she called them exponential. So if you want to see this, just find the video on my channel. I'm not that skilled yet to link it. I guess I can link it, but find the video on my channel that talks about my special natural oil for hair growth. So, okay, you may not be able to see perfectly, but my hair feels okay. It's feeling pretty good, but I want a sheen to it. I want a little bit more sheen. And I happen to be wearing cotton today, something that will absorb some of the initial oil that I put on my hair, so I decided. Remember, with this oil, you got to shake it up. The essential oils need to blend in with the carrier oil. So I put a little bit in here, about the size of a quarter. And then I'm just going to go through my hair gently. I can smell the cloves. Cloves smelling real good. That jojoba is going to allow it to spread very well. Feels good, feels good, feels good. You don't want to oversaturate. You don't need that much. Okay, so I always make sure I put it in these areas first, okay? These are the
look at the difference.
Visual areas. Oh, you can tell,
Sophia?
Sophia? Yeah, you can tell. And I haven't used that much. I used a nickel and a dime, a quarter and a dime. Use another quarter. And we're going to do this area. Always make sure I do this area. Now, I've got these 2 little locks that I just put in. I'm not going to saturate them, but they're not afraid of oil either. They live in the Tanesia Ali scalp, and I've been using oil since the first day I had my locks installed. So I remain unafraid. Always, because of healthy scalp and just stuff that has happened years ago, I always like to make sure this area. And then if your hubby lays his head in your hair, it smells good. He smells cloves and, other nice oils. Massage that in. Now, if my hair had not had oil in a few weeks or in some time, then I might go through the parts and just make sure everything was evenly distributed. But I don't feel like that's called for at this time because I don't really need that at this time. But if so, that's what I would do. So this is where I am now. If it's early in the day and you're doing this, you need not worry about much coming out on your pillow. If it's late in the evening, you want to move around a bit because you want your hair to take this in rather than your clothes. And obviously silk, rayon, fabrics of that nature, light colors, you don't want to have. So that's me, guys. And I do this when I feel like my hair needs it. I'm into my first full week, I think, of retightening. I think it's been a week since Ifraj Suad, and she has a wonderful therapeutic coloring book. If you guys are into coloring for healing, coloring for relaxation, it's called Coloring or Color with Ifraj, and it's a beautiful coloring book. I just got it in the mail. It's hand-drawn designs. You haven't seen it, Sophia, have you?
No, it was really pretty.
It's amazing, hand-drawn. Most coloring books are
they're like those little
digitally created.
It's like those little mandala thingies.
Oh my God, it's
really fun.
even more than that.
Yeah,
It's just
fun.
amazing. So these are my locks, ladies. Notice I'm just kind of combing through them for the purposes of any detangling. How do you like the smell, Sophia?
It smells good.
Yeah, smells like that tea we drink. So that's it, ladies. And I think they even look better. You may be able to tell from the video. I have a little more sheen. What do you think, Sophia?
Yeah.
Just a little bit more? All right, Sophia, talk to them about your moisture stuff. What do you do? What are your moisture needs?
Well, you guys know I have Curly 3C curls It's 3C. Y'all let me know. Yeah, because me and my mom have been having this little feud about what kind of curls I have. Look at this.
My idea of 3C, and I don't know much about 3s and 4s. I'm just learning. You're the one that taught me, but my idea of C was a more looser curl that's not really kinky looking. It's more wavy, like Naima's hair.
Okay.
Naima has big curls. Her texture of hair is nothing like ours.
Mommy is becoming a hair guru, right?
Mommy is not a hair guru.
Well, I'm a hair guru, and like I've been informing her. But what I love her to death. What she doesn't realize is the 3s have different variations. Y'all know what I'm saying? There's 3A, 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C. This is not 3A. 3A is like those really loose curls, and then there's 3B that goes like a little bit more, and then 3C that goes like this. You know? But anyway, we can talk about that another day if y'all want to. But basically, I have my hair, and my hair is, it's difficult. It doesn't like a lot of things, so I had to find what works for me. Currently, I'm using this AU Dark and Lovely Natural Anti-Shrinkage Clumping Curl Cream Gel. So much lighting. Yeah. But that's what I'm currently using. And when I get out of the shower, I part my hair into like 4 or 5 sections. Like so. And then I'll just put it through and then comb through it and define my curls as I want. If I don't like how it turns out, I'll just kind of finger coil it, you know. If I don't like this one right here might not be curly enough for me on a certain day, I'll go through and I'll just do this.
And what is the reason for that again?
And this will just define it. Like y'all can see, it's more defined now. It'll just define the curl. You get to choose the shapes of your curls. Every now and then I'll do that to my whole head, but it's very time consuming. It's called shanking method, which is where you have something like this. I usually use a cream. People say use a gel, but I don't like the gel. And
what about the grease I make?
Oh yeah. Oh, but if mommy hasn't, seriously y'all, low key. If mommy hasn't made her grease, I'll use this. But usually, after I get out the shower, when I part my hair, I'll put like little sections and go through my scalp. Because her hair works well on my scalp, which is what...
Her hair?
Her grease works well on my scalp, which is what like... Because it has like all the stuff in it. But it stimulates hair growth. Y'all know? Y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, but yeah. So I'll put that through my scalp, and then I'll go through with this. Or I'll go through my Shea Moisture... Jamaican black castor oil curl defining cream. I use creams.
So what do you say to people who say don't use grease? Because now what I make for you has olive oil, it has lanolin, it has a little bit of bergamot, it has coconut oil, it has shea butter. It's got a ton of different things and essential oils in it. But for as far as I'm concerned, it's grease because that's what I know to be grease. What do you say? It's got hemp in it. It's got all these different things in it. What do you say to people who say that's not good to put that in your hair?
There's a really big debate among like the curly community, actually just the natural community. A lot of y'all are saying that it's not good to put grease in your hair because it clogs your pores, this, that, and the third. But I definitely think that grease works very well in my hair. And the only reason my hair is thriving the way it is due to grease. Because my hair, it needs heaviness. It needs heavy stuff to make it thrive. You know what I'm saying? No, but her grease, like, it's not like one of those really, like, thick, like, weigh your hair down type greases. Because some certain greases are very thick, and sometimes they don't work for a certain type of hair.
Yeah. You got to look at the camera. Still, mommy got to teach. You know, I'm a teacher. You got to look at the camera, Sophia. At least I'm not looking at it, but you got to look at the monitor at least.
Okay, but yeah, grease is good for your hair, and it doesn't clog. The only way I think it would clog your pores is if you're sitting there acting like it's water and like putting it all up in. You don't need like that much, but it doesn't. I haven't found that it clogs my pores. I found that it makes my hair grow longer. And her grease is fine, so
how often do you put stuff in your hair? Whatever it is that you may be using, whether it's the stuff I make or something else. Well, how often do you?
I do that on my wash and goes. I usually do, my wash day it used to be Sunday, but I've been busy now lately, so I do it whenever I have the time, which is usually roughly once a week. Because I couldn't, at the time before I went completely natural and I got good with my hair, I couldn't make my wash and goes last more than a day. And I was washing my hair like every day.
Okay, when you say wash and go, what do you mean?
A wash and go is wash and go. Like you wash your hair and you go and it stays for a week or longer, however long you can make it last.
What, you have to have a style though, right? You don't just wash it, literally take the towel off and go out.
That's a wash and go.
How is that going to last? Last the style last?
Yes.
Or the wash stay clean? What do you mean?
The definition of the curls. Okay, you see how my curls are defined, right?
Yeah.
This is day 4 hair.
Oh, so they're not going to always stay defined like this?
No. This is day 4 hair. Now, around day 7 hair, my hair is going to start looking crazy.
Really?
Yes. Day one is when you first see me and you're like, oh my God. And, you know, when it's really extremely defined to where there's no frizz. This right here is day 4 hair. And I've been out and it was raining today and my hair got frizzier. But, yeah, that's a wash and go.
A few days, several days from now, it's not going to be like this.
No.
It's going to look...
It's gonna way more
and for
frizzy.
you, what's crazy?
For me, crazy is more frizzy, not as much definition. It's gonna be not as curly even because I'm gonna have it up in my buns at work and stuff, and the buns will stretch it. And then when I take it down, the curls aren't gonna be there as much. These little pieces, everything's just gonna get kind of, you know. So that's what that is for
those
me.
Big earrings on again.
These are small. These are the same size as the little ones.
Those are not the same
Mommy,
size.
they are.
I told you, rebellious,
Look.
right? She came home from school. She didn't think I was. I keep telling her, I see you. So you have these on, Sophia, the rebellious
big.
Sophia. I feel that these are pretty large. What do y'all think, ladies? Seasoned beauties.
Do you guys think that those are big?
These look big to me.
The other ones that I had that day at the movie theater were bigger than this.
Those were the size of plants.
Those were very, very big. These are way small.
And you did not like it when I told you
those
that
little...
I did not like those earrings on you. And that for the length of time that you still are under this roof, there's something that I'm going to be parenting you on. And I will not be afraid to say what that might be. She's giving me the look.
I'm not. No, but...
Giving the look of love.
Anyway, Mommy, this is supposed to be a hair video.
That's all right. As we digress. So, Sophia, so when you say define the curl with that stuff, you mean you can do like this and you've done this over your entire head to define a curl?
Yeah.
Really?
Here's an example for you guys.
Does this stuff make your hair greasy, though?
No.
Does it leave a film?
No,
Creams tend to do that, don't they?
It's a cream gel, which is not something that's been around in the curly community for that long. It's usually just a cream or it's a gel.
Who makes this?
But this is a cream
Dark
gel.
red.
Alright, so y'all saw how the curl looked before. And after, I'm defining. This is what the curl looks like now.
But can't you define all the way to the root if you want?
Yeah. Let me finish. Let me see.
You need to get closer to the camera, I think.
Okay, but you guys see this after the definition?
Yeah.
You guys can see the difference. It's way more defined now.
And people do that for the whole
I've
head?
done this for my whole head, yeah. That's when I had those coils in last year, but...
But is that required for you to get that kind of definition?
No. I don't always do that.
No, but in order to get this kind of definition, the only way you'd be able to get it is to actually do it by hand?
Yeah, or you have to get like a Denman brush.
What is that?
Denman brush is those brushes that like separate. Like it's a regular brush, but it has a bunch of different little pieces that come together, but they also spread. It's hard to explain, but you do that while your hair is wet, and it does basically the same thing up here.
Oh, while it's wet when you get out of because when you get out of the shower, your hair is a lot more.
The only thing about that, the only reason why that's not really an effective method is because if you guys think about it, your hair, the way it's wet, is not the way that it dries. You get what I'm saying? It's better to do that on damp hair, not soaking wet hair.
Oh,
because soaking wet hair, then you do that, and then the whole thing is shrunk up to your head. And then that's when you have to go back and basically, I don't know. There's certain days my hair cooperates, and there's certain days it just does not want to cooperate.
Wow. Okay.
It's cooperating too.
Well, I'm moisturized. Sophia, you are moisturized. And Sophia, being now a worker at Zaxby's part-time when she's not at school, is taking me to have my feet done. How nice, how nice. So we are going to
take mommy for a treat and get her nails
take me
done.
for a treat. I'm feeling all special, feeling loved on, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. You are with Tunisia Ali and Safiya Sheikh Ahmed. We have different last names. I changed mine legally. What'd you say?
You're giving them my government?
Hers. So she's giving them your government. That's not your government.
That's my government.
That is not
my name is Ronnie.
Here we go again. For those people who call her Ronnie, I am her mother, and on her gift certificate, on her birth certificate, it says Safiya Sadia Scipio. She got mad, and that is her name.
Why are you giving them my government?
Government to me, like when I was growing up, to say government name was like the name that the man gave you. But your name has a lineage that you could actually trace back.
Yeah, but that's my government.
Okay, that's your official. Okay, I guess it's a different connotation.
Give y'all my government. We're gonna have to go back and
Thank you guys. We love y'all. If you want natural hair care tips, Safiya's kind of been doing this. How long, Safiya?
2 years.
For about 2 years, and she can talk all about this. I can't. I can talk about this, and I can talk about making greases and oils and things, the kinds of things that I do that I'm kind of good at. But anyway, subscribe, like the channel, share, and engage us. Right, Safiya? Any last words?
Subscribe. And, let us know what y'all want to see.
Okay.
You dig? Bye.
Bye, everybody.